Good evening and welcome to our Village Towing pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala and Dita Pleasure coming back here on homecoming. How appropriate.
Well, you know what, Jeff, I didn't realize it until about an hour ago, and you called me and said you better get here pretty quick. The parade is going on, so I got here pretty quick, but it's an exciting night for all Saints alumni and current Cougars and old Cougars and stuff, so always going to come home and hopefully see a lot of my friends from the wonder years, so to speak.
Well, and it's a great night for football. It's just got that touch of Christmas in the air, but as a player, this is ideal conditions to play in.
Yeah, it really is. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. A little bit of a breeze. Shouldn't have too much effect on the game, Jeff, but it is a good night for a really big homecoming crowd that we're expecting tonight against the Ashley Bears coming into town and taking on a pretty good Cougar team tonight.
Well, the Ashley team has had some success this year, but they're down to 10 healthy bodies right now. So no matter how talented you are, you know the second half is going to be a struggle for them to continue on.
Yeah, with 10 players, Jeff, and, again, it's 8-man football, so you got 2 on the sidelines, and it's going to be tough for the Ashley Bears. But you know what? When you take it from the All Saints side, they're here. They're ready to play. The Cougars are ready to play, so you just got to be prepared for whatever's going to happen during this game.
Well, Coach Gust is really blessed with a squad that's 5-1 on the year and led by a couple of sensational sophomores.
Yeah, you got Wetters and Williams, Jeff, and I watched them at the Caseville game. I came and watched it, and it was just a treat to watch those 2 young men play and this football team play. One, they've got good special teams. They can put a lot of points up on the board. And when I was here watching, they're not afraid to put a hat on you, too. So they've got all 3 of those things marked, the special teams, offense, and defense. They're really, really good.
Well, and the JV team did not get an opportunity to play last night, so they're going to dress a bunch of players. And great for the younger kids to get that homecoming feeling on the sideline as well.
It really is, and it's an exciting time. It doesn't matter if you're here at All Saints. Garber's homecoming's tonight. John Glenn's homecoming is also tonight. So it's a special time of a week. You know, you have fun all week long, and tonight's just really special. You know, the king, the queen, the alumni coming back. So, and you always want to put on a good show for the fans that are all coming back to watch a football game.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The best is yet to come as that puts the wraps on our Village Towing pregame show. Back with all the game action in just a moment on BCTV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Caucaulin or give us a call at 989-684-9607. Good evening and welcome to our Game 7 week matchup with the All Saints Cougars and the Ashley Bears. That opening kickoff will go to number 10, Starr. And Starr brings it back about 5 yards out to the 37-yard line. At that point, it'll be 1st and 10 for Ashley.
Well, Jeff, good start. Big homecoming crowd here at Bay City All Saints, and maybe we'll get lucky and win that 50-50 this time, and we'll split about $300-400. How's that sound?
Oh, it'll be a hot time in the old town. So, you know, weather's going to be a factor at some point near the end of this game, so hopefully everything gets done in time and they can make things happen. I don't know if they're going to have an equipment problem or something coming off the field. Nope, they got one of those lovely wristbands on, and
can't have those, right?
Nope. Those adornments are not allowed. 1st and 10 for Ashley. Motion coming to the near side of the field. Tried to fake a little counter action. Look at the Cougars have this thing stretched right out as the quarterback on the play. Crawl gets smothered by the defense led by Ballard. See, he's more balanced now that he's got that wristband off.
They also went on to tackle Bo Williams, Jeff, and like I said in the pregame, I watched the Cougars against the Caseville Eagles a few weeks ago, and they were very, very impressive with that win. They're coming in at 5-1. Good chance, probably going to make the playoffs and hopefully go a long way this year.
Well, they've got folks, and it's
They
great to
certainly
see
do.
numbers as well.
They can there's another one coming out that the adornment's going to have to come off. So.
Boy, and I'm going to tell you what, Coach Gus and Coach Neitzel and the rest of the people are going to turn around. I better not see one more thing.
Anybody else got
no
any
more adornments? Second down and 11 yards to go. Kroll ends up having that go over his head, and doing the right thing on that play is William Long, number 1. You don't try and pick it up and do anything fancy with it. You just pounce on it and live for another down.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do by William Long right there. It's going to be 3rd and a country mile for the Ashley Bears, Jeff. They're coming in at 3-3, so but they are short-handed tonight. They actually only have 10 folks on the varsity football team.
Well, and that is going to certainly be a big challenge for them tonight to stay fresh during the rest of this game. But, boy, you can't end up with a 15-yard loss on an exchange issue. So 3rd down and a country mile here in town. High backfield formation. And there's another ball in the ground. Looks like the Cougars may have their hands on it. And coming up out of that pile is going to be Salinas. And he said, I see pigskin. I love pigskin. I'm going to jump on pigskin.
Well, bad handoff between the quarterback and the running back, number 23, David Johnson. Cougars pick it up, and everything's good. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bay City All Saints Cougars at about their own 17-yard line.
Boy, nothing like starting off in the red zone with a short field.
I know the play here. I know where I'm going.
Wetter's the quarterback, and he's surrounded by some talent, and he's going to be on the keeper. He's got a little convoy out in front. Wetter's down inside the 10-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at that 1st down marker. And I think that they are going to – is that going to be 2 chain links short of the 1st down, Coach?
Well, yeah, I'm going to say 2.5.
Yep.
2.5 chain links, but knocked out of bounds, 2nd down, and short for the Cougars. Just getting a big turnover, so – just underway here in the 1st quarter.
But great motion, great counter motion. Really had the defense's head on a swivel, trying to figure out who had the ball. Now they're coming jet sweep here to the near side of the field. Williams gets near the goal line. He's into the end zone. It's an All Saints Cougar touchdown. What a great start for the Cougars. 1 minute and 50 seconds into the 1st quarter, and they've got the first score on the board, and it's always nice on homecoming to get that early lead.
Yep, certainly is, Jeff. Nice run right there by number 2, Bo Williams. He's got a little speed. He kicked it into that extra gear. In for the extra point is number 12, Jack Wetters. Only thing he doesn't do is sell for those French fries for the Cougars during the football game. He does everything else.
He'd work the concession stand if they needed it. The extra point is up. It's plenty long, and it's good. We've got time out of the field with 10-10 left in the 1st quarter. The All Saints Cougars 7, and the Ashley Bears nothing. Back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back on BCTV, the Cougars strike first, and they're up 7-0. As Wetters is going to kick that ball, and he just does a semi-pooch kick. And breaking through the first line for an 8-yard return after the first time of 5 is the same player, and that is Seth Starr. So the ball will be out at the 43-yard line. At that point, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears of Ashley. He made a nice catch over the top of his head.
Really nice. They're kicking it to him both times. Jeff Ballard in on the tackle. Ashley coming away with good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. 10:04 to go here in the 1st quarter. Cougars up early, 7-0.
Let's see how the exchange from center goes and the exchange from quarterback to running back, as they may have had to have put multiple people out there, trying to come to the near side of the field, thinking he can get around the corner. Bo Williams has nothing to do with that, as the running back on the play, William Long, just gets shut down on the play. Bo Williams, he really flowed to the football quickly.
They can put a hat on you, Jeff, and they're very disciplined. When I saw them against Caseville, they did a nice job in that big win. I think they only gave up like 6 or 8 points in that win over Caseville. No gain on the play, maybe a little bit. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
4 chain links. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I can live with 4.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. Again, just under 10 minutes left in our first quarter of play. The exchange is good. Back to pass with all sorts of Cougar pressure coming, and the pass completed for a modest gain of about 3 yards on the play, as the Cougar defenders were led by Lene. So just a real modest gain on that play for Starr. Nice catch, though, by him as the quarterback got rid of that ball under pressure.
He was in the crowd and he brought down by a whole bunch of Cougars. And like I said in the pregame, Jeff, they really put a hat on in. They do bring a lot of helmets to the football, do these All Saints Cougars. They're pretty solid on both sides of the ball.
Well, they've got great team speed. And when you've got great team speed and you take good angles, you're going to get to the ball in a hurry. So 3rd down and 7 yards to go. As again, the 5-step drop and flushed out of the pocket and not even able to get rid of that ball is big number 60. Cruz Jasko says, I'm going to take care of business right here. It's a good thing the quarterback tucked that back down. That could have been a little fumble-rooski.
Oh, boy, he was very lucky to hold on to that ball. So it's going to be 4th and long. Bears are going to have to punt it away. Back for the Cougars is number 2, Bo Williams, and number 3, Charlie Warren. Just a 10th and 11th grader for the Cougars, Jeff.
I like this fact that there's 2 back, because you either have a lead blocker or you can do a reverse. You can fake a reverse, so it really tries to keep people honest. And Williams says, I'm going to let that thing go. That football, as Jeff Beisel will tell you, takes some really funny hops. So we're going to put that ball all the way back down at the 25-yard line. At that point, it'll be 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars at the 8:23 mark of our first quarter of play, and their 2nd offensive possession.
Discretion is the better part of valor when that ball is bouncing around. Just let it go, get that going in your 1st down. Still, they come away with good field position right at the 25-yard line.
So the Cougars, this will be their first long field look that we'll have, and we know Bo Williams, one of those wide receivers. We've seen him on defense, but yards per catch, he is right up there in the M-Live district, as he averages about 20 yards a catch. Williams looking to be a lead blocker this time, as the ball carrier is going to slide forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play, and that is number 27 on the rush, McNary.
So you're saying that Williams has got a little yak going on right there.
Well, when you establish a running game and you get those defensive backs and that safety peeking into the backfield, and you've got somebody with Bo Williams' speed, and you got Wetters with an arm that can just loft it out there, the propensity for big plays is there.
It's not a bad combination if you ask me.
It's a thing of beauty. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Wetters out of the shotgun. Rolls to the near side of the field. He's got his arm cocked. He's got Bo Williams for about a 9-yard gain out to the 38-yard line, as Wetters, if he doesn't see anybody out there that's open, he doesn't mind tucking it down and finishing as well as a runner.
Well, and he looked at his progressions. He looked deep first, Jeff, and there was nobody there, so he saw Williams a little bit shorter below that other receiver. So you got 2 options, and 3rd option, you don't like anything, you can tuck it or you can throw it out of bounds.
Well, and as a sophomore with a full year of experience as the starter, last year as a freshman, he is really making great choices and decisions. Wetters comes, look at him cut back across the grain, and he's going to make a positive gain out of nothing for a gain of about 3 yards. Look at all the white shirts to the ball, led by number 20, Gib Jason.
Nice job by the Bears coming to the football, Jeff. Good game by the Cougars. They gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. You know, one thing you look at these kids from last year to this year, man, they've grown a little bit. They've gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and a little bit faster.
Well, the mental and physical maturation is both evident this year from what we saw with this very young club last year. 2nd down and a long 6. There goes Williams to the outside. He turns the corner with a burst of speed over midfield down to the 45-yard line for another 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Saw Bo's parents last week. Bo's got mom's looks and dad's athletic ability and speed, so that was another nice run right there, Jeff. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the Ashley 45-yard line. And you know what? Nothing fancy about this, what's going on right now. It's just, you know, mixing it up, good ground, good pass. Nice play calling by the All Saints offensive coordinator.
And again, they've had just enough success on the ground that their passing game is successful. Look at Wetters with the stiff arm. Makes the first one miss, the second and third miss, as he'll bang forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. And your ability to make that first person miss is huge, as Gavin Malik led the tacklers for Ashley.
Seems like the stiff arm has come back, Jeff.
Yes.
It wasn't very popular for years, but now you see in the pros and the college, now high school, that is a very good weapon when you're running the football.
If utilized properly, you can pretty much just fend off a good tackle.
Yep.
Unless somebody's coming low and you can't get the stiff arm down that
And
far.
to do that, you got to work on that every day in practice. Give it 5-10 minutes.
So now a 3-3-2 on the defense. Wetters back as he's got a lot of time to throw the football. Oh, he catches a back out of the backfield, and McNary wishes he had that back, as he had a whole lot of real estate if he catches that football.
Boy, he could have ran down to Columbus Avenue with he was so wide open, Jeff, but just probably took his eyes off of it a little bit, and incomplete pass stops the clock, but really nice offensive play drawn up there by the coaching staff.
Yeah, he was ready to jump the tracks and head down to Cushiesco, as you used to say. 3rd down and a long 6 yards.
So you're starting early, my friend.
Again, he hands it to Bo Williams with the speed rush around the corner. He's able to turn the corner and head downfield for a big gain down to about the 26-yard line. And that's going to be enough to move the sticks. Another 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars.
Looking down the field, good vision, and really just kind of picking his spot where he wanted to turn it upfield, Jeff, and he was watching his blockers. William Long knocked them out of bounds, but a big pickup for the Cougars. They, again, 1st and 10, 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, when you look at that run from Williams, it's first patient, because you want to be able to get out and then get your lead block, but read off your block, and then you make your cut. And he's doing that masterfully for a sophomore. They're coming on a little reverse, and a great job originally at the line of scrimmage. Look at Williams going to put the shoulder down and get down to the 10-yard line before his number 6, Seth Stahl, knocks him out of bounds.
Andrzejewski was downfield blocking, Jeff, and it was really a nice block, because you don't want to get down there too early, and he did a nice job, and Williams did a nice job reading the block, picking up a few extra yards on that block. Great job right there.
Boy, when he plants his foot and starts heading north and south, he is really a special individual as only a sophomore.
And in that case, south to north.
Yes, indeed. Head north. 5:20 and counting left in our first quarter. Motion coming to the near side of the field. Wetters on the keeper, and he is going to be down inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. So they're going to give him a gain of a couple of yards on the play. The defensive interior line led by Ringel on that tackle.
Passmore also went on the tackle, Jeff. But again, you know what they're doing? They're sticking to their game plan. They're running the football. They're going to throw it when they can. But they're bread and butter, and they're going to go to the dance with that running game.
And again, they establish enough of the running game that opens up the passing game. It really makes the corners and the safety have to play a guessing game. Now Williams in motion. He's out in the flat. Wetters looking to pass that ball, and he threads the needle. It's caught, and he's into the end zone. It's another All Saints Cougar touchdown. Unbelievable throw into a small window. We got a penalty flag on the field, though.
Was he over the line?
I don't believe he was over the line. Normally when the referee's got something, it's holding. Because that would be up to the umpire to come to the line of scrimmage to see if he was over or somebody was illegally downfield. Holding on the offense.
Well, that's our first flag tonight, so tough break for the Cougars, but a nice throw and a nice catch by Williams over there, keeping his tootsies inside the line, but unfortunately, Cougars got called for a hold.
And the clock will start on the snap because of the score before the penalty. So it will be a second down and 20-yard to go situation. Again, Wetters, he's going to take that on the angle. He's got lead blockers, makes a nice cut downfield, and gets knocked out of bounds just shy of that first down marker. There was no run-pass option there. It was tuck and go as he did a nice job. He was looking for somebody to hit, and he couldn't find anybody.
Malik in on the tackle, and he got him low, but he just kind of bounced off of Wetters right there, Jeff. And you look at that young man, he's a strong-looking individual, about 6'1", 6'2", and a strong arm and a big body. He can do it all.
And he just, if you watch him, as impressive he is as a quarterback, I love watching him come from that free safety position because given the opportunity, he can finish.
Yep.
As we've seen a lot of the defenders from the Cougars able to finish. So it's 3rd down and 3. Coming to the near side of the field on the quarterback keeper. Gets just inside the pylon. He's into the end zone. Let's try this again. Another All Saints Cougar touchdown. Boy, they make it look easy at the 4:28 mark of the first quarter. And Cougars have scored twice after kicking off to start this game.
Well, you know what? They've got that impressive backfield, that quarterback. And hey, let's give some love to the big fellas up front with all that blocking going with their offensive linemen. Looks like they're going to go they're going to kick this one too, Jeff.
Well, I mean, you got a leg like Wetters has. Might as well take advantage. If you can get a good exchange, he's going to get his foot into it.
Oh,
they're going to fake it. Look at that. The old look like you're going to fall down and you just curl to the corner of the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Let me see who the young man is that made that catch.
Number 18.
Lede. And with time out of the field with 4:28 left in our first quarter of play, 15-0. The Cougars on top. Back in a moment on BCTV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here on Bay County TV is Gwiz is reminiscing right now as they're giving you all the homecoming king and queens back in the day. And he's like, knew him, knew her, knew him, knew her, knew her. I'm like, wow, brother, you definitely got around in the day. Gotta love that.
And I'm still friends with some of those folks.
Well, it's a great fraternity here in the land of the All Saints Cougars, and homecoming, no matter where you're at, is a real special time as an alumni.
They're having special times at Garber tonight. Glenn, next week, they're going to be special times at Bay City Central. Think you're going to be there, aren't you, next week?
Yep, we're going to be there against Traverse City West. So we'll find out now as the Bears start their third offensive possession of this game. It'll be 1st and 10, Ashley. They're going to go with a wing to the wide side and a single back. Now with that motion, they go with a straight pitch and breaking the first tackle and getting upfield for about 3 to 4 yards is that running back, and that is Starr.
Wetters coming up and doing a nice job from that defensive back position. Good gain, though, by the Ashley Bears, Jeff.
One of their better gains at almost 4 yards.
Started a nice job finding this hole. 4 yards of gain on the play, 6 to go. And a briskly played.
Oh, my.
I called that one, didn't I?
That's back in your day, no question. So when we see this quarterback, it almost looks like their starting quarterback may have got hurt because just by the way he's pitching the ball and stuff, but he's got a nice 5-step drop. He pulls up right now, and he sees some green grass, and he's cruising down the field, and then Wetters decides that that's as far as he wants him to go, down to the 44-yard line. But great vision that time by the quarterback. Didn't get past his first progression downfield, saw a lot of green grass, tucked it and went.
A nice job by the receivers running the routes, Jeff, and continuing to run the routes, and the quarterback Crawl did a nice job taking to the far sideline, picking up an Ashley Bear first down in the Cougar territory.
Is this the initial first down of the game? I don't believe
so.
that they've gotten another one in this game.
I think you're correct.
At the 3:26 mark, 1st and 10 for Ashley. Now they're going to run the wing to this side, and again, he takes a nice 5-step drop, and he's running for his life, and he's just trying to get rid of that football, and a nice catch out there by Starr.
Coming back to the football, did a nice job. Quarterback did a really nice job because they were nipping at his heels right there, and he got that ball away and got a nice gain, about 3 yards, Jeff.
He was running for his life, so for them to get anything positive, it was very close to being -10. So give the young man at quarterback a little credit for being able to make that play happen and get positive yardage.
Starr did a nice job coming back to the football, Jeff. And that's, you see the quarterback's in trouble. Sometimes you come back, and sometimes if he's running towards you, you got to go away from him.
The king in 82, young T.J.
Yes,
Wiest,
absolutely.
has gone on to football coaching stardom in the college ranks.
Hall of Famer, Bay County Sports Hall of Famer.
Yes. As again running down the field, and ball just tipped away defensively. I'm not certain the receiver could have got to that, but a great drop by Williams back there to make certain that that was not going to be a completion.
Well, William Long, the receiver, kind of just stopped right into an open area, and the quarterback Crawl just said, you should have kept running, and he stopped, and just wasn't a little communication right there. But 3rd down and 8 at the 42-yard line for the Ashley Bears.
Still 2:23 left in this first quarter of play, as it's 15-0. The All Saints Cougars on top, and first 7 or 8 minutes were brisk, and since then there's been a lot of incompletions and out of bounds. So
you know what that does?
Yep, that stops the old cuckoo clock from rolling. So 3rd down and 7. Quick flip to the outside, and that was a very well-run route, but a quarterback could feel pressure, and he felt like he had to throw that ball a split second before he did. It was a good pattern.
Yeah.
Would have been completed to number 10 Starr on the play, but it's incomplete, and it's 4th down and 7.
That Starr, right out of the break, the quarterback put it right there, and
hit him right in the face mask. Good thing it didn't stick on the mask.
Thinking the same thing.
But, boy, that's a tough feeling when you turn and that ball is already right on top of you. You're really helpless at that point as a receiver.
Well, good pressure by the Cougar defense. Their defensive line's doing a nice job tonight.
Let's see if that pressure continues. Cougars showing a potential blitz as they're coming with 4. And, again, that gets out there on the end, and the ball is knocked down, and it is incomplete. So the ball will go over on downs with 2:12 left in the first. It'll be 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars. Very well played defensively.
Weathers back there again to break up that pass. And Jeff, no sense of intercepting it. Just break it down, better field position. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 41-yard line with 2:12 to go here in the first quarter.
And I totally agreed, knock it down. But, boy, as a defensive back, you
want it.
hone in on that thing. It's like you want it to be yours, and you always like to think you can take it to the house after you pick it. So, but a nice job, a very smart play, as it'll be 1st and 10. Again, Wetters at the shotgun with Williams next to him. Wetters back, and they're going to throw that ball deep, wide open receiver on the play. Lost his balance for a minute, and he's going to be down inside the 15-yard line. What a great run fake sucked the safety in, and Pease just cruised down behind him, and a great throw.
Put it right on the hands of Pease, Jeff, and he was kind of rolling to his right, and he had to throw back just a little bit to his left, but Pease just said, I'm going to run right down Broadway, and that's exactly what he did. Big gain for the Cougars.
Well, he ended up, didn't start out as a seam route, but as he headed right down the seam, again, Wetters put that thing right on his hands, and had he not lost his balance a little bit when he turned to go upfield, I think he might have made it into the end zone, but a huge gain. And there goes Williams. Again, he's behind a small convoy. He curls around the corner, tiptoeing into the end zone. It's another All Saints Cougar touchdown. Wow, they're making it look easy here in the first quarter.
Yep, it's they're firing on all cylinders tonight, Jeff. The Bay City All Saints Cougars. They're doing a really nice job. Good play calling by the offensive coordinator. And everything's clicking right now for the Cougars.
When you have got two lead blockers and you're patient enough to allow them to engage, and then you read that block, he was untouched into the end zone, and it was just a beautiful run play. So Wetters will be up the extra point, and it's good. Time out of the field with $1:42 left in the first. 22-0 All Saints over Ashley. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spirit wear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spirit wear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV as the Cougars hit pay dirt for the 3rd time in 3 possessions, and now they're going to kick that thing a little deeper, and it's muffed a little bit, but finally picked up, and a whole lot of Cougars back there are not going to allow a big return. That'll be back to about the 20-yard line. They'll put it on the big line, as they say. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ashley Bears with a penalty flag on the play.
I think we might have a face mask or horse collar.
They're going to call it a horse collar, and that will be a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to move the ball out to the 36-yard line. At that point, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ashley Bears.
Coach Gus not happy with that call, but the referee was right there, so it's going to be, this is a big opportunity right here for the Ashley Bears. They've had pretty good field position every time they started tonight, Jeff, but that Cougar defense is just bringing it tonight. They're playing very, very well.
1997, Rebecca Brandt.
So we're going to spot that ball again at the 36-yard line in the last $1:35 of our first quarter of play. 1st and 10 for the Ashley Bears. We'll switch on the other side to the running back. Motion going to the wide side of the field. Nice little counter action play, but diagnosed very, very well as number 1, the ball carrier on the play, William Long, was brought down after a 2-yard gain.
Robbie Ballard in on the tackle for the Cougars. Good discipline right there, Jeff. A little counter play right there. Stayed in his lane. Got the tackle. We're going to be under a minute here with the Cougars up 22-0 here in the first quarter over the Ashley Bears.
So again, Ashley really tough sledding for only 10 players being able to play. Boy, that is just, I don't care what kind of shape you're in, that is really tough to do as they are going to have that 2nd down and 8. Another 2 or 3 yard gain on the play. And
it's like Bryce Monville in on the tackle for the Cougars. You take a look at number 78, brother. I wouldn't want to pay that grocery bill for the Monville family. Well, he's a big feller.
He's going 6'3" and 320.
Whoa!
And when he invites his friends over, I'll tell you what, You better lock things up, because I remember, as you do, when your kids brought friends home, it was like locusts hitting the house, and you go, have you eaten in the last month? Oh, you just ate 2 hours ago, and I'm starving. They're down in 5.
I'd get up in the morning and all the groceries would be gone.
You'll have to hide some cereal for you. 3rd down and 5. Quarterback on the keeper is going to pick up about 3 of the 5 he needed, which is going to bring up a 4th and short. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And your score, the All Saints Cougars 22 and the Ashley Bears nothing. Back in a moment for the second quarter on Bay County TV.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Back on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala, glad to have you along tonight to start our second quarter. Ashley is going to be 4th down and a long yard to go as they're going to go for it. They are down 22-0. They got nothing to lose. Trying to get that ball to the line of scrimmage and absolutely getting smoked in the backfield was Malik. He had about 3 Cougars right in his face, led by the big fella, Bryce Monville. That running back thought that there was an eclipse coming in the light blue, Columbia blue form. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
He takes up a lot of space right there, Jeff. Did a nice job. He's been in there for the last few plays and has done a nice job. Good penetration right there by the All Saints defensive line.
Now, they really did some great gap shooting, and the offensive lineman kind of came up empty as they whiffed on some blocks, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Wetter's coming to the near side of the field, and he's got a block to turn upfield. Look at Andrew Jeske downfield, 15 yards, still trying to get that angle. As you got to love it as a running back when you look and you see the big dogs up front 15 yards downfield trying to make a block.
And Robbie Bauer did a nice job from his tight end position, Jeff, getting his butt outside. And a lot of running backs back in the day were told, watch the offensive lineman's backside. If he's inside, that's where you go. If he's outside, that's where you go. Bauer with a nice block.
Cougars move the sticks once again. 1st and 10. From the 30-yard line. Again, just underway here in the second quarter. Boy, everything the Cougars have pushed button-wise has worked. And there's another nice run by number 27, McNary, as he gets downfield and was finally brought down by Kroll. So it will be another 1st and 10. As just about every button they're pushing is successful.
Well, I'll tell you, McNary's got some speed right there, Jeff. He gets outside. I don't think you're going to be able to catch that young man. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Just underway here in the third quarter, and the All Saints Cougars are knocking on the door again.
Well, he's listed as a $150. He looks a little bit bigger than that. He looks like he's going more in the $170 range. So I don't know. We'll have to check and see what that looked like. Look at Bo Williams just picking his angle down near the goal line. Is he going to be in the end zone? It's another All Saints Cougar touchdown. Oh, as he had choices on that play, whether to cut it north and south or whether to cut it to the outside, and he chose the north and south, and he was not hit until the 2-yard line, but that forward momentum put him into the end zone for another Cougar 6.
Nice job. Little shuttle pass right there from Wetters to Williams. Jeff for another Cougar touchdown, making the score 28-0.
And I like what you said, shuttle pass, because if that is fumbled, that is a forward pass. That's an incomplete pass, so that makes it way safer than it used to be in the day. Wetters set for the extra point, a little bit high on the snap. Boy, he's got a thunder foot. It's in the end zone through the uprights. Time out of the field with 11:33 left in the second. 29-0. The Cougars over the Bears. Back in a moment on Bay County TV. Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs. Back on Bay County TV as the Cougars, every time they've touched the ball, has ended up in pay dirt in the end zone.
Been an impressive showing tonight, Jeff, for the Cougars over the Ashley Bears.
And they put this into a nice dead spot on the field, too, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Long can run this one back as he gets up over the 40-yard line to about the 46, and a late penalty flag might have been a little extracurricular at the end of that play.
That thing came from about 20 yards away, Jeff. Didn't see what happened, but you're probably right.
I'd say a little extra pushing and shoving, and nobody's really moving yet, so I don't know if it's offsetting or it's just on one team or the other.
They're just talking about where they're going to go after the game and have a bite
little
to
dissertation. Eat. Yeah, Bay City Bills is close.
Yeah, not bad.
There's a couple other great places close by, and we may have to flip a coin on the way home and see if there's Diet Pepsi anywhere. We got a dead ball foul, personal foul against the All Saints Cougars.
You called it.
And it will be a 15-yard penalty from the end of that play. Down to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ashley. So, again, Gwiz, great field position for the Bears.
They've had really good field position, Jeff, but the Cougar defense is just playing really stellar tonight. And, again, the Ashley Bears coming in with 10 kids, so they're getting a good workout tonight. So let's see what the Bears can do against the Cougars with this good field position.
Well, and with 4 defensive linemen and a linebacker, they're coming with different combinations of blitzes with the linebacker coming, somebody else dropping back. So the offensive line is really trying to guess right now what combo is coming. 5-step drop, and here comes pressure. Just throwing the ball up for grabs. And a great catch out on the corner. And trying to see what that young man's number is. Number 54, Malik. As he gets out there, and that ball hung up in the air for a long time. But again, we got to credit the quarterback, Crowell, with feeling the pressure and still having the presence to step into that pass and get it to where it needed to be.
Yeah, nice job by Malik over there catching the football, Jeff. I think he was out of bounds, so but he was right there. Nice job by the quarterback. 2nd down and 10 for the Ashley Bears at their Cougar 40-yard line.
He caught that ball, but again, on the 8-man field, not quite as wide as the regular field, and certainly not, Canada. 2nd down and 10.
Don't sing, please.
As the ball carrier, number 20, Jason, he gets about 4 yards on the play, and Cougar defenders, again, coming up out of the bottom of the stack amongst others is McNary.
Also in on it was Wetters, Jeff. Nice game by the Bears. They just haven't had an opportunity to have like a 3rd and 2 or a 3rd and 1. It's always been a 3rd and 6 or a 3rd and 5. So, they pin their ears back. Here come the Cougars on defense.
Well, and the Cougars can do a little bit of guessing. Yeah. They can do a little bit of blitzing. They can do a lot of things when you're up 29-0 on the scoreboard. As that handoff, again, absolutely slammed down by McNary. As that running back, number 20, Jason, really got the ball and took one step, and he was hit with no chance to make a play.
Young man's had a nice football game tonight, Jeff. A couple nice runs from the halfback position. Good job on defense. 4th down and 7. 10-10 and counting to go here in the first half on a homecoming night here at All Saints.
Well, and the next Cougar score is going to put us into a second half running clock situation. And we'll go over those tips once we get to them. And the quarterback absolutely blows the entire crowd. Couldn't get around the corner. There wasn't a whole lot there. The ball's going to go over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars.
We went into tips a couple weeks ago with Mr. Vincent and I over at the Garber-Bridgeport Bearcat game. So we covered that. We talked about you. I know your ears were burning.
Well, I always love it when we can have that explanation for the tips.
Touchdown, injury, penalty, score. Isn't that what it is?
Coach, you make the hair on the arm stand up. Good stuff. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Again, Wetters has got McNary in motion to the wide side. Wetters with a 3-step drop. Now he doesn't see much there. He's going to drop it down and go. Makes the first person miss. Again, a stiff arm. He wants to finish. He's going to gain 12 yards and get out of bounds. And there's just a little bit of verbiage. And I think the retaliation by the Cougars is going to cost 15 unless they caught long. And we're going to have a second. They may offset.
I think that's exactly what you're going to see, Jeff. I think the first one might have went against the Cougars. The second one is against the Bears. So you got offsetting penalties. Let's replay it.
Well, if you've got offsetting penalties and they're both dead ball fouls, you take the result of the play. If one of them is deemed to be live, then they'll go and replay the down. Nice job by the chain gang holding tough until they get this one sorted out.
Great discipline over there by the chain gang.
Let's find out what Pat. Look at Colin Brown's even cruising in from his back judge position. He says, well, this is what I do in this situation. I'm first year, but I'm one of those guys that I've been in the book, and I know what I would do. And it's going to be offsetting penalties. We're going to have dead ball, personal foul against the defense. And that is probably verbiage, dead ball against the defense once again. So what they did is they did not catch the retaliation by the Cougars. And look at Colin Brown. He's going to have to go 40 yards downfield to stay ahead of what's going on. 30 yards and penalties is going to bring that ball down to the 18-yard line. And young Colin Brown, he's going to be all the way back into the end zone. But when you got legs that long, it's about 4 strides. You and I, it'd take us 15 minutes.
They could time us with a sundial.
1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Rain coming down, Jeff.
Yep, and that does not bode well for the convertibles at halftime.
They're putting them up right now.
Wetters back again. He's going to shuck one. He's going to tuck it and go. He's got some green grass. Look at him put down the shoulder and finish with authority at the 8-yard line. O-U-C-H. That defensive back just got the wood poured to him. Long just tried to make that tackle, and he got run over.
You could see that coming. Wetters was eyeing him up, and he knew exactly what he was going to do. He wasn't going to go around him. He was going to go through him.
So the rain, which we were hoping was going to hold off until after 8 o'clock, rears its ugly head here early. And once it starts, the last time I looked at the map, it looks like it could be with us for a while. Look at everybody running for shelter. They're all sugar out there worrying about their melting. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Oh, we just saw the radar. Doesn't look good.
McNary's going to get down inside the 5. He's sniffing the goal line. He's going to be down to the 1-yard line. McNary's like, oh, I couldn't stretch it in the end zone.
Another new look right there for the Cougars, Jeff. A little bit of a wildcat there with McNary taking the snap, and then Wetters was spread out. So nice job by the Cougars showing a little bit of a different look.
And this is great because you really make your opponents the next 2 weeks have a whole lot of things to have to prepare for.
9:20 and counting to go here in the first half. Cougars up 29-0, and they are at about the 1-foot line right now. Wetters is the quarterback. McNary's in the backfield again, Jeff. Oh, they go to McNary.
McNary again, and with Wetters leading the way, nobody there from Ashley. It'll be another All Saints Cougar touchdown.
Boy, she's coming down good now.
Yes, it is, and the Cougars very fortunate at this point that they've got that 35-point lead, and 2 more scores, and they're going to have an opportunity for a super clock, which will not wait until the second half.
They've had a couple of super clocks this year, have the All Saints Cougars. They put up about 70 last week. I think they were up in Peck, if I wasn't mistaken, Jeff.
The old Peck Pirates.
Yes.
So that extra point does not get up in the air and is no good. Time out on the field with 9:02 left in the second quarter, 35-0. All Saints over Ashley. Back in a moment on BCTV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Back on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala. Glad to have you along tonight. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming tonight. He's doing the trifecta upstairs as the Cougars Wetters will kick off again. And there's that pooch kick again, and that just falls down in no man's land and finally picked up by the Ashley Bears, and they're going to run out of real estate with a penalty flag down.
Boy, we went penalty free in that first quarter, Jeff, and now it's just the fellas are throwing the penalty. Let's see what happened. I didn't see. I was watching the ball, so I didn't know what happened behind the play.
I saw something behind the play, and All Saints Cougar had knocked down somebody from Ashley, but I did not see what caused that to happen. We're going to have a holding on the All Saints Cougars. So they must have grabbed somebody and yanked them to the ground, and maybe they forgot what side of the ball they're supposed to be on.
Yeah, that's kind of an unusual call for a holding call for the team that kicked off. Usually it's the other way around for the receiving team.
But we did end up at the end of that play, see the Ashley player on the ground with a Cougar over the top. So very possible that happened. We were both watching the ball, so it'll be 1st and 10 with another good start for the Ashley team. And again, another. Didn't look like a bad snap. Looked like the potential for pulling your eyes off it as Crowell looked away for a split second and slid right through his hands.
Well, this rain is coming down still pretty good, Jeff. That pigskin is awful wet, and it's going to knock them all the way back to the 35, 36-yard lines with 8:30 and counting to go here in the first half. And it just changes the whole dynamic of the football game, Jeff, when it's raining and you got rain and you got a nice little breeze coming right out of the south.
And I was just going to say, you could start to see that rain starting to go a little sideways. It has subsided a little bit. It's more of a light to moderate rain right now. It was coming down hard a little bit earlier, but the pigskin's going to be wet and slick. Again, there's another
covered by All
opportunity
Saints
with the ball on the ground, and the Cougars are going to come up with that number 18, Lene. So Ashley with 2 straight snaps where they could not get a handle on that ball, and the Cougars put themselves into another short field situation.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Cougars are going to take a timeout, talk over a little bit, Jeff.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here is the Cougars after another turnover at 1st and 10. Bo Williams on the outside. Look at him, a little stutter step. He gets to the outside, again making a couple of people miss before he's brought down after a 6 or 7 yard gain on the play. As it will be 2nd down now and about a long 3 yard to go situation as Williams really tried to cut back across the grain. May have had a little seam, Gwiz, but the footing is getting tough.
Yeah, it's getting pretty slick out there, Jeff, and he did a nice job getting out there. A good gain for the Cougars, 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 3 with 7:25 to go here in the first half with an impressive showing tonight, my friend, by the Bay City All Saints Cougars.
And, when you look at this field, it really, after an inch of rain yesterday, is really going to get soggy fast. There is a nice run on the play by McNary.
No, Antonio Salinas.
Oh, Salinas gets a rush, and boy, this is what you don't want to see if you're from Ashley, and that looks like Crowell, the quarterback, is the one that may be down, and that is really rough because you don't know if they've got to go one more deep in the quarterback realm, how that's going to end up working, but with him down, we'll take another quick break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Crowell has walked off the field under his own power, but really gingerly. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 6:55 mark. As another ball carrier, number 43, Salinas, bangs forward for a little gain, and that might be Salinas' first run of the game.
Well, Salinas and McNary, Bo Williams, then you got Wetters at the quarterback. They're running the football so well, Jeff. I mean, it's incredible that, this 8-man football team's got 25, 27 kids on it. They just keep bringing in fresh bodies.
And again, with the Crowell injury, depending on if he'll be able to come back, I don't know who the next quarterback for Ashley is going to be, so that could be a real issue. Wetters back to throw. He's got the screen very well set up, and it's pretty well read that time by the Ashley defense as Levi Johnson on the reception. And the tacklers really pursued to the football, so we're going to have a gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 yard to go, so credit Ashley for sniffing out that screen pass.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the Ashley Bears on defense, Jeff. 3rd down and short. Cougars haven't had to be in the 3rd down situation too much tonight, but nice job by the Bears picking up that screen.
Williams on the outside. He's going to cut to the outside. Now back across the grain. He's got the 1st down and more as he's inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3. As again, on a healthy track, he's cutting across the grain and he's standing in the end zone. But you kind of got those little tippy-toe steps where you've got to do that to keep your balance.
Yeah, I think he burped it up a little bit and he got a couple extra yards. The football went out of bounds, Jeff, so it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Cougars at the Ashley Bear 5-yard line.
Again, we've got single back. Motion to the wide side. Wetters makes the first miss, cuts to the outside, and he's going to bang forward. Did he get to the goal line? Nope. He just tried to stretch out and hit that pylon, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So it'll stop the clock with 5:17 left in the second quarter. And we're down to a very, very light rain right now after we got a heavy onslaught for about 10 minutes, and it cleared out a good chunk of these stands.
Yeah, they're probably going to go back to the cars and see what happens here in the second half, Jeff. Here come the Cougars for 2nd and goal, and Wetters will take it into the end zone himself. I think.
Yep, now they're going to say he's into the end zone. It's an All Saints Cougar touchdown. They get it into the end zone, and they're going to try the T again. I thought maybe after the last exchange was tough that they were going to potentially try and go for 2.
He's going to try to kick it over on the 27th Street.
As the Cougars have flat out dominated this first half on both sides of the football. Williams to hold for the extra point, Wetters to kick. A little better snap. The kick is up, and it's hard to get your footing, and that is going to be blown dead. Time out of the field with 5:10 left in the second quarter. 41-0. The Cougars on top over Ashley. Back in a moment on Bay County TV. Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs. Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. This has just been a first half dominated by the Cougars.
Cougars are clicking tonight, Jeff. Good weather, bad weather, doesn't matter.
Ball is going to be taken by Starr as he comes banging forward for a modest return, and he is hit instantly as the All Saints Cougar defense rises to the occasion again, and that is number 27. Again, McNary making plays on both sides of the football.
He's had a nice football game tonight, Jeff, from that halfback position and his defensive back
Look
position.
who's coming
also
back on the field. He's tough.
Is he? Number 8?
Yep.
Good for him.
So Kral is going to give it another opportunity out there, and he maybe, when you're tired, it's tough. So maybe he got a blow over there and realized that he can make it happen. He tries to dry off his hands as best he can, and he's going to try and come forward, and he has a modest gain. He coughs up the football, and it looks like Starr is back there to grab that football, but boy, what a hit from the Cougar defense.
Looked like Wetters came up and laid the wood to him right there. Jeff burped it up, but thank God Starr was in the vicinity, because that would have been huge right there for the Cougars. Would have been great field position, but loss on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 13 for the Ashley Bears.
Well, the Cougars definitely were trending for that football, so great job of making that only a 3-yard loss, but again, Ashley really looks like their playbook has shrunk due to the numbers, due to fatigue, and due to the rain. That's not a good trifecta for the Bears.
That's not a good combo.
So we're down inside 10 seconds. And again, trying to get to the outside and back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe +1, getting up to the 38-yard line. As again, the Blue Hats are flowing to the football.
Boy, nice job by Kral. Take your hat off to that young man. He just left the game with an injury. He's going over to the coach to get the play. Kevin Saylor is the head coach for the Ashley Bears. Going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Bears at their own 39-yard line, 41-0. The All Saints Cougars over to Ashley Bears, Jeff, and just an impressive showing tonight by the Cougars.
And again, the rain is subsiding, so hopefully a lot of the Cougar fans, if they're not parked in the grass area back there with that last little bit of rain, there may be some people, and that ball is down in the ground, and picking it up and just throwing it up over the line of scrimmage in the neighborhood of a receiver, really doing a nice job of just getting rid of it to avoid what would have been another 8 or 9 yard loss. So the clock stops with 3:11 left in our first half of play. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Bears.
Kind of broke up the timing a little bit with that bad snap, Jeff, when he rolled out to the right side. So they're going to punt it away. Back for the Cougars will be the sophomore, 5'8", 140-pounder Bo Williams.
And you don't want to give him a head of steam and an alleyway to run through.
No.
He's one of these people that can take it to the house. And that ball is partially blocked, and that's going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars. The potential person might have been Linné that got his hand on that.
I was looking to see if there was a flag because the Ashley coach was out there, but I did not see it. So
if you hit the punter after you contact the football, then they're fair game. There is no protection at that point.
He was out there talking with the referee. Wasn't sure what he was talking about. I was just, I was just looking. But again, good field position for the Bay City All Saints Cougars with 3:05 to go here in the first half on a wet, soggy homecoming night here at St. Stan's Athletic Complex.
You know, Kevin Sailors says, boy, I can't wait to get in at halftime and try and regroup my troops here. As again, that is a kind of a wildcat handoff and a touchdown saving tackle by Crowell. And if he doesn't make that tackle, McNary's off to the races.
That Crowell's a tough kid for Ashley, Jeff. And you can see he's still kind of dinged up a little bit and feeling it. He came up and did a really nice job on that tackle. And good grain by McNary. And again, we're seeing that wildcat. You got Wetters back there. They're snapping it to McNary. So
we got McNary here. He's going to switch shoes. He doesn't like the tread.
He's going to go with the Mudders.
So he's going with a little bit deeper tread. He said, I could have gone coast to coast on that last one if I had a little deeper tread.
I'll comment on that after this play.
Wetters with a beautiful pass to Williams. Williams is going to make a couple of people miss. Now cuts back across the grain, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Malik again as the Cougars are this close to making it happen. Finish your thought, Coach.
Back in the old days, they used to, like you were shoeing a horse, you put your feet up, and they'd take the short cleats out and screw the long ones in.
I remember the day they were all high-top black shoes.
You all looked like Johnny Unitas.
Oh, the yesteryear is
boy.
a beautiful thing. 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the 12-yard line with $1:53 and counting left in the half. Quick pitch to the near side of the field. Convoy out in front. Williams is going to get tossed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So a nice job by the Ashley defense to make that a modest gain, but the Cougars still with 2 timeouts remaining. We'll have 2nd down and 10 from the 10.
Stops the clock, Jeff. And again, Williams, you notice on that run how patient he was waiting for his blockers. And kind of an old school, putting your hand on the backside of the offensive lineman, and you push him one way, and the running back goes the other way.
And again, run to the short side of the field. He just ran out of real estate there, but able to get almost 3 yards out of the play. Wetters fakes like he's going, and he cuts back across the grain, makes 2 people miss. He's into the end zone. It's another All Saints Cougar touchdown. Boy, he just makes it look easy.
Yeah, and he is a load to bring down, Jeff. He is a big kid, and he has done a nice job tonight leading this Cougar offense. Cougars up 47-0 with $1:35 to go in the first half.
Well, and as you look up and down the roster, the only other quarterback I get is a transfer. He was here as a youngster, and he left for a year or two as they try and go back across the grain. The conversion is no good, and that will be young Mr. Nixon back in the house. So we'll talk about that after the break in just a moment on BCTV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here on BCTV as the Cougars have had 47 unanswered points here in this first half as we're about to handle the kickoff duties. He's waiting for the word from the ref. He's counting 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, who do we appreciate? This team, that team, and the other team. Let's go. There's another pooch kick, and that goes right down the middle of the field, and it's going to be wet. Finally picked up on the 31-yard line, and here come the Cougars to shut that play down. And boy, I got to look sometimes to see if there are 2 McNarys on the field because that kid has been everywhere.
Yes, he has, Jeff. He's had a really nice football game tonight. And on both sides of the football, doing it all. Playing a little wildcat and hanging out with Mr. Wetters in the background tonight.
It is all good stuff, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Ashley as they've got a buck and counting left in this first half, and they're obviously not in any big hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to do their very best to make this the last snap of this first half, and if they get this thing down to about 45 before they snap it, they will be able to make this the last snap of the first half. All they got to do is hang on to it now. Good, clean exchange. And they're going to try and throw this ball deep, and they're going to toss that thing off underneath.
Fumble.
And that ball is down on the ground, and the All Saints Cougars look like they're going to have their hands on it. And I couldn't see if he dropped the flag or if he picked it back up, but I think what he was looking at was that he may have had somebody illegal downfield, but the Cougars are going to decline that penalty, and it will be a 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars.
Yeah, he picked that flag up as soon as he threw it, Jeff. I think he was going for the beanbag instead, and the flag just came out.
I like that thought there. Now you're going from coach quiz to official quiz. That is a great call, and they are next to each other. And you can inadvertently grab one, and so he did pick it up, probably dropped the beanie down there real quick and said that was a 2-for-1 special.
Once in a while, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Coach, man,
I've been hanging out with you too much.
A-game is in full force tonight. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Wetter's back. He's got all day tiptoeing around back there. He's going to tuck it down, and he's going to get to near the sideline, but he does a nice job of avoiding the hit. And the All Saints Cougars are going to take their second time out with 20 seconds left. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local destination for custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional goods in the Great Lakes Bay region. With not one, not two, but 3 convenient locations right here in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region, we're your MVP when it comes to branded gear that hits the mark. For over 15 years, we've believed in community, in delivering top-tier quality, and in making your brand shine brighter than ever. And guess what? We're not just about sports. From schools to clubs, from businesses to community events, we're your one-stop shop for custom apparel that makes a statement. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, to make an impact, and to fuel your passion, choose Sandlot. Visit us today at one of our 3 unbeatable locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, or check us out online at sandlotsports301.com. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your brand, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV. Wetter's back. They're going to run a little wheel route to the outside. It's perfectly thrown. Tiptoeing down the sidelines into the end zone. It's another All Saints Cougar touchdown. What a great pass from Wetters. Little out in the street, little dot to dot as it's coast to coast for the 6.
Looks like they drew that up in the dirt.
Wow. What a perfect throw, though.
It was.
Was that Bo Williams he hit in stride on the sidelines? I didn't get the number of the receiver.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Williams again. 53-0 with 12 ticks to go here in the first half, Jeff. And again, Wetter's going to try to kick it over on 27th Street.
High snap. And again, that was just tough for Williams to put it down. The conversion is no good. Quick time out of the field with 12 ticks left in the first half. 53-0. The Cougars over the Bears of Ashley. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Back at our Frank's Great Outdoors halftime show, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you as the clock got to 50 points. They don't wait for the kickoff. The clock starts immediately, so we missed the last 12 seconds of that first half. But this was a first half that pretty safe to say was dominated by the Cougars.
Yeah, Jeff, no doubt about it. 53-0. And from the first time the Cougars got the ball to the last time the Cougars got the ball, they put it in the end zone. And they're just on fire tonight. Unfortunately, the Ashley Bears are just undermanned. They only have 10 kids on their team, and they're giving it their all, but the Cougars are just a little bit too tough tonight.
You know, people are going to look at this first half and look at the score and go, the offense dominated. Yes, they did. But I give a ton of credit to the defense and the way they played in the first half.
Yeah, they've been really good, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback from the Ashley Bears. Kroll has not had an opportunity to throw the ball. They've had some bright spots, have the Ashley Bears. They've done some good things, but this Cougar defense is just really, really good. They put a head on you. They're fast. They're quick to the ball. And when you watch them, there's 4 or 5 blue helmets around the football at all times.
And when you look at the defense, their defense is predicated over knocking the ball loose. When they knock the ball loose, they have just got that voracious appetite for the football, and they are able to get on it. They create turnovers, and they're able to finish on the offense.
Very opportunistic team tonight with the fumbles that they got. And when they did get those fumbles, Jeff, they had really, really good field position and took advantage of it. That's why they're up 53-0.
So if you got one lonely guy on the All Saints team tonight, it's got to be the punter. It's like, I haven't been able to come out and punt formation all night. I don't think he minds.
No. I think he's the loneliest man on the field tonight. But you know what? His average is going to stay the same in this bad weather. You don't want that average to go down. But only you would think about the punter. You always they're quirky guys anyway.
That lonely guy back there thinking he may not get a chance to get utilized tonight. As we're looking at homecoming coming around right now, and again, it's a sad thing that it's a little soggy, but spirits are high and nothing dampened by the weather on this night.
It's going to be a great night, Jeff. Homecomings are always a lot of fun. Tonight will be good. The dance will be going on. Tomorrow they'll be shaking their groove thing and getting everything going, but a very impressive showing by the Bay City All Saints Cougars again tonight, putting a lot of points on the board and not giving up any.
That puts the wraps on our Frank's Great Outdoor Halftime Show. Back for the Super Clock. This second half is going to fly by. We'll be back with all that action in just a moment on Bay County TV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Welcome back. Moments away from our kickoff to start the third quarter, and my first time this year on television with a super clock, which will only stop for major injuries, and it will just roll the rest of the time, as this game will be done in about 25 minutes as that ball scoots on the ground and going to stop short of the goal line. McNary breaks a tackle. He's heading up the sidelines. He's got nobody left to beat. He's going to take it 94 yards. He's going to go coast to coast. And the official thought about throwing that flag. He brought it back. We got a yellow hanky way back on the 27-yard line, and Mama's not going to be happy. That hanky's going to need a little tide stick on it after this one.
And was there another one thrown?
Nope.
Oh, okay. There's one right here out of bounds. There's one back at the 26.
Oh, and McNary says, I made two people miss. I cruised down the sideline coast to coast. And now we're going to have to wait and see.
Got a little confab with the referees.
Even if they're offsetting, they're going to have to replay, and that would be tragic. McNary just might need a little blow here if he didn't have to put it in overdrive after midfield. He knew that he wasn't going to be caught. So look at this, all five of them. Have them powwow. Yeah, but that's what they're saying. Oh, boy, look right now, 10:45, 10:40, 10:35. It's rolling, it's rocking. Let's get this sorted out. We want to make sure we got this straight and accurate.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to take a long jaunt down to the 26-yard line to get their flag because it's still sitting down there. Like you said, when they get home tonight, Mama's going to get the tide or the gain out because those flags have been out a lot since the second quarter.
The first quarter, we really didn't see much of anything. Since then, we've had. It looks like they may have things sorted out now.
We're going to talk to Eric Gus. Eric's going to get this all straightened out.
Eric goes, well, this is my opinion. If we take another 15 minutes to decide, we'll be able to move the ball to the other 40.
Right. And I'll walk down and get my flag. That'll take another minute to go.
Oh, no, he'll take his time on that. He'll have to shake it and ring it, so it's going to be probably wet. So if they're talking to Eric Gus, then I would say that the potential would be that if it's a penalty against Ashley, obviously you're going to decline that penalty, but hard to say what they got. They're heading down for the extra point, though. So, but, we've shucked 2.5 minutes off the clock here while they're making certain that they want to have everything down pat. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to get the official word. We have a sideline warning against the Cougars, and that's what the flag at the 45-yard line would be. Then we have got a dead ball, personal foul against the defense, and they're going to go down and they're going to run the extra point, and then they will have the probably take the 15 on the kickoff. And at that point, if they have the 15 on the kickoff, they'll be able to really get creative with what they decide to do, Gwiz, on that kickoff.
Well, whatever the explanation was for all of this, the Ashley Bears were not happy.
Well, and McNary was just the one that was the happiest because they didn't erase his, I believe that was 94 yards.
Yeah, that was a long one, Jeff. That might be a record for the Cougar football.
Could be a homecoming record at least. Yes.
No doubt.
We'll have to talk to Tim Bauer. He's got all the other stats. Homecoming king and queen from 1850, so it's all good. Extra point is up, and it's good. No timeout in the field as it's going to continue to rock and roll. We'll take a quick break as Tim Bauer looks at the stats from yesteryear. We'll be back in a moment on BCTV.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Cougars.
Good evening and welcome back again with a super running clock. The ball will be kicked off with just under 6:40 left in our third quarter of play. 60-0, the Cougars on top.
Boy, just another touchdown. Impressive showing, Jeff, for the Bay City All Saints Cougars getting the ball. William Long, and he is seeing nothing but blue jerseys in front of him. And Bo Williams said, no, not this. You're not going anywhere, my friend.
At the 5-yard line, he's tossed down on the ground. And too bad for William Long, too, because on a dry track, he may have had an angle, but he was really chop-stepping, trying to keep his footing. And with 6 minutes left in our third quarter of play, it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 5-yard line for Ashley. And again, your mechanics in a super clock are all different. You know, you don't stop the clock when they go out of bounds, and
it's got to be tough for the officials because they get, they don't always get these.
Well, what we do when this situation happens, we're constantly verbalizing and reminding each other to change our mechanics. So that handoff right up the middle looked good for 2 or 3 yards, and then stonewalled by 3 Cougar defenders.
McNary was leading that charge right there, Jeff. Boy, that young man has had just a tremendous football game, offense, defense, and now on special teams, he took it 96 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's been a complete game for a whole lot of Cougars tonight on both sides of the football and special teams. It's just been a dominating evening.
They're going to go to 7-1. Not sure who they're 6-1.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Not sure who they're going to play next week.
Oh, they got Akron Fairgrove for the conference championship.
So that'll be a good one.
And then Brown City in week 9, another perennial powerhouse. So they've got 2 great pre-playoff tests ahead. As trying to bounce to the outside again, the Cougar defense just relentless in their pursuit to the football. As again, William Long just gets back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a modest gain on the play of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Brown City's always been really good. Akron Fairgrove has been playing very well this year, Jeff. So you got the Vikings in week 8 and the Brown City Green Devils in week 9.
Oh, pulling out the Green Devils.
The Green Devils.
But, it's been a while since the Cougars. I think maybe like 205, 206, somewhere in there since they won their last championship. Akron Fairgrove, they could go farther back than that.
Well, if you want to know if they won a championship, ask Tim Bauer. He knows everything else that's going on around here.
6 feet to my right, and he's got the answer.
Just ask him.
In basketball, they won the district. All right, so.
See?
Football district, okay.
Hey, don't you ever question Mr. Bauer.
So there's a rush up to about the 8-yard line for virtually no gain. They're going to maybe give him a yard. It'll be 4th down and 7 yards to go as we're down to 3:33 and counting left in a super clock here in the second half. The rain is down to just a little mist right now, as it might be a little heavier than a mist, but certainly way less than it was before. And
I took a little walk at halftime, and I'm going to tell you something, my friend. I'm glad we're sitting up here.
It's a wee bit drier up here than it is.
And a wee bit warmer, too. Hey, it's football weather. We saw a lot of games in the 80s and 90s this year that we don't normally see.
So now, again, we're going to hope that, this is a good exchange, and that ball is kicked. And Williams says, I'm going to let this one go. And nope, no, I'm not going to let it go. I'm going to pick it up and make 2 people miss. And the Ashley players kind of thought, I'm going to got a penalty flag back at the backside of the play, and Williams goes down about the 30.
Got 3 penalty flags, Jeff. One at the 30, one at the 25. There's another one.
The 4th one is McNary. He's trying to plead his case. Whenever you see a football player or an athlete with palms to heaven, they're not praying. What they're doing is they're pleading their case, and it's a little bit late after the hanky goes skyward. So they're going to sort this out. We're going to have 2 penalties. 3 people saw 1 penalty, and then I believe they're going to get a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the All Saints Cougars.
Well, they're picking them all up.
Well, they can pick them all up now that they've got it sorted out. So we're going to have a dead ball, personal foul against Ashley. And a dead ball personal foul against the All Saints Cougars. In the end, those are going to offset, and the clock continues to rock and roll. It'll be 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars.
Dead ball foul against the Bears, and a dead ball foul against the Cougars. Penalties are offsetting.
The result of the play is 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars as they'll line up at the 30-yard line. And a resounding theme tonight, Mike, another short field situation for the Cougars.
That you're right, Jeff. That has been going on all night long for Bay City All Saints. And they have just been very impressive. I saw them against Caseville. They looked just as good against Caseville in week 2 or 3, I think it was, as they are tonight.
As the Cougars set thing up, and Wetters did not get that clean exchange, and a nice job by the center. They're going to say nope, dead ball, offside penalty on Ashley is what caused that inadvertent snap, so it will be a 5-yard penalty, and they'll replay the down, and that clock never stopped. And now the Cougars are not even going to have to snap this ball before the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, let her run. Let her run.
And I think that's what Coach Gust is going to say. And as an official, I walk up to the head coach if I'm on that side, and I say, Coach, we're inside 40. You do not have to run a play. I don't ever tell them what they can or can't do, but, oh, my goodness, look what we have got here. Mr. Gregory Wagner, he was just the man, the myth, and the legend before now. He comes up with French fries, and we are forever indebted. Thank you, fine sir. At the end of our 3rd quarter, as we look at fries in front of us, oh, yeah, there's nothing left on the 3rd quarter clock. Back in a moment for the 4th quarter on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spirit wear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spirit wear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back here at the start of the 4th quarter as the official is ready to rock that clock, and we are rolling on a 2nd down and 5-yard to go situation. A little victory formation almost back here. Counter handoff, banging forward for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. The Cougars run a little counter action play and move the sticks.
Was that Henry Essex carrying the rock, carrying the mail? Salinas. Okay.
It'll be enough to move the sticks. Another 1st and 10 for the All Saints Cougars from the 18. Conventional now back up under center, and we got movement all over the place. Who moved first? Did the defense cause the offense to move, or are they going to call it procedure? I think they had an offensive movement.
Yeah.
I think they're going to call procedure.
Yep.
That is the case, and again, as an official, you really got to fight the feeling to put those hands over your head, which you normally do when you throw a flag. But they're going to back it up. The clock continues to roll, and we're inside 11 minutes and counting left in this contest.
They're going to go back 5 yards, Jeff, make it 2nd down and 15, or even a little bit more than that. Running clock 60-0. The Cougars with the big lead over the Ashley Bears. 2nd and 15 from the 23-yard line of the Bears.
As they come up to the line of scrimmage again, they're inside 10 seconds. A handoff to the near side of the field. Again, another well-placed Bo Williams stiff arm. Cuts back across the green. Tickle in the end zone. Are they going to give it to him? They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. So they're going to say that it still is in the possession of the Cougars as they go under 10 minutes right now. And From my vantage point here in the corner, you had a better look at him getting to the end zone than I.
Yeah, he didn't make it, Jeff. He was kicked out at the 1 yard line. He fumbled the ball, but he was already down. And so it'll be first and goal to go for the Cougars. 9:40 and counting to go here in the football game.
Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Wetters wipes off the hands. He may take it himself forward. They're going to give that ball to Salinas, the king. He does not get into the end zone. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage. And not a problem because it's only second down and 3 feet to go.
Jason Brzezinski, the offensive coordinator for the Cougars, has got Bo Williams. He's going to get the play to Bo, get the play to Wetters, and going to be second down and goal to go from the 1 yard line for the Bay City All Saints Cougars.
And again, they're absolutely in no hurry. As now with 10 seconds left, yep, they're going to probably wait until our back judge, Colin Brown, says there's 5, and he was counting down the 5. What a great individual effort, but just short of the goal line again.
No, he called it.
They're going to give him it wasn't Bo Williams. It's an All Saints Cougar
touchdown. I'm going to lose my voice saying touchdown so much tonight.
Great effort because Williams was hit about the 3 yard line. Looked like he was going to go down. He willed himself into the end zone.
And he stretched it across, Jeff. And again, running clock 66-0. Cougars ahead of the Ashley Bears.
And this will be another attempt at an extra point. And normally very reliable, but with the wet conditions tonight, they've missed a couple 3.
Yeah.
This extra point is up, and it is no good. It didn't get up. No time on the field. They're going to continue to run this clock, and as officials right now, you take your time going back down the field. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on BCTV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607. Back on BCTV, down to 6:40 and counting in the super running clock. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. We're loving the game. We're loving the French fries. We're loving the company. It's the trifecta of fun on Friday night.
Where else would you rather be?
Oh, Lord have mercy. It's a great time. The Bears trying to come upfield and making one person miss and then abruptly ending that return.
That looked like number 40, Henry Essex.
With the definitive hit?
With a very definitive hit right there, my friend. That was a nice hit. We're going to see some of the young men from the Cougars squad that are going to come off the field. Wetters is coming off the field, so we have a compendium of new players on the football field.
You got to love the opportunity to get meaningful snaps in a game, and all these young people are going to be able to make that happen. And you know, just make sure that you're assignment friendly because it's all going to show up on the films as they will review this sometime over the weekend.
Yeah, you got Nixon out there. Sheltry's out there for the you also have Henry Essex playing linebacker, number 40.
That ball down on the ground again. Looked like it was picked up, though, by number 8, Krall. And there'll be a loss of a yard on the play. Second down and 11. And we got big number 79 coming into the ball game. Don't have that young man in my program.
Aiden Gallego is number 79.
All
taking Ballard. Robbie Ballard's coming out. There we go. Hayden Gallego. There we go. Number 79.
As we're getting some folks that might be coming up from the JV team even to get some, because their game was canceled last night, so they've got kids available. And
you're not going to miss that big fella jumping off.
You guys just missed it. You guys missed something that's very important here. Head linesman on the other side of the field. Saw there's a penalty. Pulls his flag out, waves it up in his head. Didn't drop it on the ground. He knows Mama's going to be upset. The high stick's got to come out, and that hanky's too dirty. So he wanted to preserve it. So classic move right there by the head linesman as they slide forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. Those are the little nuances of the game you sometimes can miss.
I mean, you know the old saying, when Mama's happy.
Everybody is happy. Third down and a couple of chain links for a first down as the Cougar defense is seeing a whole lot of fresh bodies out there with 3:45 and counting left in the game.
Also, number 24, Jeff, is Daniel Straz is in for the Cougars. We'll see if we can get some other. Looks like also Gavin Akins is in for the Cougars, number 26.
Andrew Nixon is in.
Andrew Nixon. We all know that name from that lineage.
Oh, yes. Good stuff that the Cougars are all getting an opportunity here. Their hard work pays off. Ball down on the ground again, and I think it was picked up by the Bears after the couple of attempts. Boy, when that ball's down on the ground, it's hard to pick it up. You got to just dive down on it, and that's the only safe thing you can do.
We had the hard rain at around 8:30, just before the end of the first half, and now it's just kind of lightened up a little bit, but it's pretty steady. And we're under 3 minutes to go here in the football game, Jeff.
Great night to be up in the press box, indeed, partner.
Yes, it is. It was a little chilly out there, but we've got some brave, tough fans here at Bay City All Saints hanging out, and
they're hardy.
Yeah, they're very hardy, cheering on their squad.
And 2.5 minutes and counting left in this super running clock. As it's 4th down and 2.
Noah Potvin in the game for the Cougars. He just made that tackle.
Great effort, though, by the running back to pick up that first down, as that looks like it's long. And it'll be enough to move the sticks. Another 1st and 10 for the Ashley Bears. And, Coach, I take my hat off to this Ashley team. No quit in this group. When you're down to 10 players and 8 of them have to be on the field at all times, and your starting quarterback and your starting safety go off the field with an injury in the first half, gut check, he comes back. That's leadership.
I was thinking the same thing, Jeff. You know, it could have been very easy just to say, hey, we're going to start the Bluebird up. But you know what? These kids, I'm going to salute them also. They've hung in there. They did the best they can, and congratulations to the Ashley Bears. I really like what they're doing.
Trying to get to the outside. Another great run for a stick mover of a 13-yard gain at running back number 20, Jason.
They ran into a buzzsaw, man. The Cougars are playing really, really good football. And conversations with some of the fans before the game, and you know they've been watching them on the road and stuff like that last week, and they said to me, we're playing some really, really good football right now.
Well, and I have the opportunity at Bay City Central to see Brady Knights, one of the assistant coaches, and he just tells me the same thing. Very proud of the effort, the work ethic that these kids have. As the quarterback comes forward and a great open field tackle defensively. And number 7 with the tackle. And is that Akins?
That is Gavin Akins, Jeff. Another 10th grader, Jeff. He's a quarterback also. So we're under 40 seconds to go here in the football game.
All probability, this will be the last play of this football game. As a quick pitch to the outside, a very nice job of picking that up by Jason, as that was down low, and he may have been able to move the sticks again down to the 30-yard line. It'll be another 1st and 10, Ashley.
Well, you know, you win your homecoming game, and you can get jiggy with it tomorrow night at the dance. So everybody's having a great time tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun for these kids tomorrow night at the dance.
Well, it looks like Ashley's going to try and get one last snap off to see if Wood can get into the end zone. He's able to turn the corner, but that's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, the All Saints Cougars 66 and the Ashley Bears nothing. Back in a moment. We'll put the wraps on this one on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local destination for custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional goods in the Great Lakes Bay region. With not one, not two, but 3 convenient locations right here in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region, we're your MVP when it comes to branded gear that hits the mark. For over 15 years, we've believed in community, in delivering top-tier quality, and in making your brand shine brighter than ever. And guess what? We're not just about sports. From schools to clubs, from businesses to community events, we're your one-stop shop for custom apparel that makes a statement. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, to make an impact, and to fuel your passion, choose Sandlot. Visit us today at one of our 3 unbeatable locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, or check us out online at sandlotsports301.com. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your brand, our passion.
Back with our Sandlot Sports post-game show on BCTV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Glad you were along for an All Saints homecoming game that'll be memorable.
Well, it was a fun night for the Cougars, the Cougar crowd, and everybody, 66-0, Jeff. I saw them play Caseville. I think it was 56-7. They can put a head on you on defense. They can put some points up. Special teams was good tonight. It was just an overall really, really good win for the Bay City All Saints Cougars.
There's always things that you can work on, but when you excel at all 3 facets of the game, your coaches at least publicly have got to smile, although you don't want to ever be satisfied and you want to find things you can improve on. But this will be a jolly night for the staff leading into a big homecoming celebration and dance tomorrow.
You're exactly right, Jeff. And, it's a 12-hour rule. Let's give them let's go 24 with homecoming and stuff like that. But, they'll break that film down and they'll look at some things. And there were some penalties that maybe they can work on right there and do some of those things, some of the little things. But, they got to get ready for a very good Akron Fairgrove team on the road. Then they end the year in Brown City. So, those are 2 very, very good football teams. So celebrate tonight. Let's get back to work on Sunday.
The thing I like about their competition for the next 2 weeks is starting tomorrow, their playoff season starts because they're playing for a conference championship and then against a very good Brown team. That is the mental preparation that you need rolling into the playoffs.
Well, and it'll be interesting when they go up against Akron Fairgrove, who's really good, in Brown City. How's this team going to respond after putting 70 up against Pack 66 up here against Ashley? So the next 2 weeks will be a good test, but you know what? You got to prepare like you do every week. You do the same thing. Get ready for these football teams. But I'll tell you what, All Saints is a really good football team. They got some size. They got some speed. They can tackle. They got good special teams. And Coach Gus and his staff, will do a really good job prepping for the next 2 games.
Leadership and confidence go a long ways. This team seems to be blessed with both.
Well, and you got a quarterback that really exudes a lot of confidence out there, and it starts with him, and he's a really, really good football player. He runs the show really well, and you got to remember, he's only a sophomore, and he's handing off to his buddy Bo Williams, who's only a sophomore. So you got those 2 leaders, and you know what? They're looking to those 2 kids, and when you got those type of leaders, you're going to have a good football team.
I hope they have us back. We were here twice this year, torrential rains, and both of the nights. But the Golden Voice, Tim Bauer, it's just a lot of fun to be here in Cougar Land, and as an alum, it's got to be extra special for you.
Yeah, Mr. Bauer's leaving, and it is special. If we're celebrating our 45 years for our class reunion and stuff, and saw a lot of familiar faces. Always special to come back and see everybody here at All Saints, and Bay County TV's in the house. Always a pleasure to see you and Nick. And I don't know if I have any more games left, but I'm hoping we can hook up in the wintertime. Do some basketball.
Looking forward. Next week, we're going to have Traverse City West and Bay City Central for their homecoming. So that about puts the wraps on Week 8. Great job again, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure having you in the house.
Always a pleasure. Nick, thank you for calling.
You do a great job,
Nick,
as well. Thank you for Sandlot Sports being our post-game sponsors. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you next time.